Hey everyone, welcome to another FAQ video, and this is current me. And before we get into this week's vlog video, which is actually from a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to just come on and preface this video with a couple of things. Firstly, it's been a few days now, maybe a week, but obviously Reardon died, age 91. He was one of my favourite snooker players growing up, and I was too young to really remember him playing in terms of like actually competing. I think he won his last ranking event in like 1988 when I was 9 years old. But I do remember him from things like Big Break and stuff, and he was always very entertaining. And he obviously made a 100 break in his 90s not too long ago. So very sad to hear about his passing. Would have been nice if he made a proper century in terms of getting through to the magic 100. But never mind. I think many of us would probably take 91 if offered. Certainly right now I would. Been there, considering things out. The other thing I wanted to say was I'm really grateful and thankful for everybody who tuned into the 3 frames that Brendan and I played at Landywood on the star tables. Those were 3 of my best performing videos, which considering YouTube for me has been a bit hit and miss this year in terms of performance on videos for whatever reason, probably mostly due to quality. But I was really happy that those videos all did well. One of them, I think, has got the most views in a week that any of my videos have had. It's got the most comments, the most likes. It's just done really well. I mean, the only downside is with having a good performing video, it gets lots of comments. There were some negative comments, but look, it is what it is. It's something that every YouTuber has to deal with and just need to deal with it in my own way. So anyway, thank you to everybody who watched those videos. Thanks to everybody who liked those videos. Thanks to everybody who commented on those videos, no matter what you said. Really pleased with the performance. Also, those videos brought in a load of new subscribers, which I'm really pleased about. I got the most subscribers from, certainly in a sort of 3-day period when those videos came out. I got the most number of subscribers I've got in that sort of 3-day period. So I really want to build on that with keeping these videos going. So yeah, please do subscribe if you're not already. Please do like this video if you haven't done, and let me know in the comments if there's anything particularly you want to see from me in terms of content coming up, and I'll try and make it happen. But anyway, let's go back to past me and look at this week's vlog. So here we are then, off to the snooker club, and it's been almost exactly 3 weeks since I last was down there. The last session I had was a friendly match against Brendan, who's obviously on the channel quite a lot, and it was probably the worst session of snooker I've ever played. In fact, I'm sure of it. And yeah, he absolutely battered me. I didn't play well, he played well, but I just couldn't see it at the time. I just thought I thought the world was against me, and nothing I could do, no matter how I played a shot, it just would not work out for me, and the opposite was true for my opponent, which was obviously bollocks. But yeah, I came away from that session thinking that was it for me in snooker. I genuinely thought that I might have to give up the game because I just didn't feel like I was getting any better and I'm going backwards. And to be honest with you, I thought, because I've been on holiday, you may realise I've been on holiday for a couple of weeks, and I did think that maybe a couple of weeks away from the game might help, and maybe it has, I'm not sure yet, but I actually still kind of really dreading this session, because if I don't play well again this session, I don't really know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you, because I've got so many things going on in snooker. I'm obviously not going to give up, but I need to change something. And let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas about what I need to what I need to change. Well, don't do that, because there's probably going to be loads of things. But anyway, I'm off to go play Brendan. But first of all, I need to go and get some cash. So let's go. Hey everyone, it's Saturday morning and I'm back at the club. Yeah, sorry I didn't film anything after my last talk to camera where I was telling you I was going down to play Brendan. Unfortunately, basically the worst happened and he absolutely battered me again, and I'm really not sure what's going on really at the moment. I mean, yes, he's playing very well and I'm not playing very well, but I just can't keep my head in the game. Like, I was competitive in the first frame. I was maybe like 11 points behind going into the colours in the frame, and I had a chance, not a chance, sorry, I was playing a safety on the yellow, and it would have been a good safety other than I think I came off the middle bump of the pocket and went into the cue ball went into the other pocket, and that was really frustrating because the balls were there for the taking. Basically the yellow would have been safe if it wasn't for the fact that the cue ball had gone in and Brendan could put it in the D, then he could pot the yellow, and he basically cleared. I think he cleared to the pink, which meant obviously I lost the frame, and you know, that could well have been me. You know, I'm not saying I could have cleared to the pink, but I could have had a bit of a decent safety exchange and maybe cleared, and I just could not get that shot out of my head, and after that I was rubbish. I think I scored, I think the second frame I struggled to get into double figures. The third frame was more competitive. I think that was closer. Again, I lost it, but it was down to sort of pink, I think it was, which was or maybe blue, I can't remember. And again, I lost it. I can't exactly remember how I lost it. Maybe just a safety mistake or something like that. You know, I felt like my mistakes were leaving the balls always on. I'll tell you what it was. I think I went for a pot. I was very close to the pot, and it went from one corner pocket and then landed over the other corner pocket. And I felt like I was just getting punished for my mistakes, and Brendan wasn't. He wasn't missing much, but when he did miss, he didn't leave anything. I think in the last frame, certainly, I didn't, and I didn't film it, so I can't watch it back, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have a single pot chance with my hand on the table in that last frame, and that was mostly due to his good safety, but also there was a little bit of, you know, good run of the balls. But yeah, I just could not get my head back in the game after that first frame, after that in-off that was pretty unlucky and costly, really. So we had a conversation afterwards, and I said that, you know, it wasn't working for me, and I wasn't getting enough table time to get any practice in, so I didn't really know whether I wanted to set up another session with him just yet, but we've decided to go ahead with another session next week, but we're maybe going to do something a little bit different, maybe some challenges, some practice challenges, culminating in maybe a frame or two. We'll see how it goes. But what I need to do really is get some solo practice time. So the next day I went down and did a pretty good session of solo practice, and actually I played pretty well, and I want to show you, I came very, very close to clearing the 21 ball any order lineup, and I want to show you this footage, but I apologise because I must have badly set up the camera and I managed to get a cable in front of the lens, so obviously the footage is not very good, but I'm going to show you it anyway because, well, you'll see. So let's have a look and I'll come back and tell you about it. So yeah, so that last pot, that's the best position I've had. I think that's the third time I've got to the last ball on the NA order lineup, but that is by far the easiest pot I've had on the last ball. I mean, it wasn't a dead cert, but I still would have backed myself to pot that had it been the, you know, like, I don't know, in the middle of the attempt, something like that. So very frustrating that I missed it. But other than that, it was a pretty good session. Played some good stuff, played some good pots, and got my arm going after basically 3 weeks off. So hopefully it means I can go on and do some better matches against Brendan. And I've got a match now, so I'm about to go in and play Nige. I'm also about to get my trophy presentation because I came second in the league that we had in the winter, sort of finished in the spring. And so I'm going to get a trophy for that, and I'm also going to get some prize money because actually we played for the first time with prize money. So it was £40 for the winner and £20 for second place, and I came second. So I'm looking forward to getting that. Obviously the money's not really here and there, but it's still nice to have, and the trophy's be another nice trophy to have on the cabinet, and I'll show you that when I get it. Anyway, let's get inside and see what Nige is up to. Well, thanks for walking into my shop. Alright, I'll stroke you. So yeah, so this, along with £20 of cash, is what I won for coming second in our winter league, which we call it the winter league. It starts sort of February time and finishes around spring, so it's sort of the spring league if you like, but it's the winter league. I came second in that, so I got a little trophy, another one to add to the little collection I've got. This one I don't have to return. I also got £20 cash. We did actually put cash prizes on the league this winter to try and attract a few more players, but it didn't kind of work. We got a couple of players, but they weren't attracted by the prize money. We put the prize money on to see if anybody else in the club, because probably less than half of the players that play regularly at the club actually join our little internal club league. So we put it on there to try and attract some more, but it didn't really work. Not really sure why they don't want to get involved, but you know, it's up to them. Anyway, that's going to be all for this week's video. Sorry it's a little bit of a mess. I am going to get better at this sort of vlogging lark. Now I'm back from my holidays, I can concentrate on it a little bit more. Starting with this week, we're in a new week now, it's Monday, and I'm about to start filming for the next week's vlog. So look forward to that. If you do like this kind of content, please do like the video in the bottom of the screen below. And if you're watching without being subscribed to Wrote for a Q, sorry I'm squinting a bit, it's quite bright out here. If you're watching without being subscribed to Wrote for a Q, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything and it really does help the channel grow. So yeah, I will see you in next week's video hopefully.